Right now, someone is reading you. You haven't even noticed. They're watching when you reply to a message. They're noting how your face tenses when you're criticized. They know how long you can stay silent. They're recording which words set you off, which topics change the tone of your voice, and which names make you narrow your eyes. And they aren't even doing this on purpose. The human brain does this automatically. Every day, to everyone. You do it too. But the real question is, are you readable? Because a readable person is a manageable person, and a manageable person is never truly free. Society tells you, be open, be transparent, share your feelings, and be authentic. Have you ever calculated how much this advice costs you? Every emotion you share is a map. Every reaction you show is a coordinate, and the person holding that map can take you wherever they want. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The power to harm yourself lies within you. Nothing outside can force you." But if someone on the outside can read you, they don't need power to force you. They simply use the map. Today you will destroy that map. I will teach you how. Stop and think about this. Who are the people who control you the most in your life? Most likely they aren't powerful, they aren't rich, they might not even be smart, but they read you well. They know exactly when to push you. They know which words will soften you. They know when you'll feel guilty, when you'll go on the defensive, and when you'll give up, because you've already given them that information. Through your reactions, your explanations, your defenses, your, I just meant to say, statements. Carl Jung said, people's greatest fear is not being known, but being misunderstood. And this fear, the fear of being misunderstood, keeps you talking constantly, explaining constantly, revealing yourself constantly. And every time you reveal yourself, you become a little more readable. You'll say that being readable isn't a weakness. But consider this. What would happen if you showed your pieces to your opponent on a chessboard and played that way? That's exactly what you're doing right now. Being unreadable means pulling those pieces back, and today you'll learn how to do that. Reset your face. The blank slate. Your face is currently a machine of betrayal. It openly displays every emotion. It reveals every discomfort. It proclaims every fear. When someone criticizes you, your jaw tightens. When you encounter unexpected news, your eyebrows raise. When someone you dislike starts speaking, your eyes glaze over. And everyone sees all of this. The Stoics called this prosoche, self-observation, the ability to watch your own reactions as an observer, not just feeling, but noticing what you feel and choosing wisely. Here's the practical exercise. Starting today, look in the mirror and completely reset your face, not as if you feel nothing, as if you want to show nothing. The difference is huge. When someone gives you bad news, stop, breathe, keep your face neutral. Wait 3 seconds before responding. Those 3 seconds make you unassailable, because if they can't see your reaction, they won't know where to strike. Affirmation. My face reveals nothing I don't choose to show. Be unpredictable. Pattern. Interrupt. Everyone who knows you has put you into a box. That's just the way they are. They always react this way to that. If you say this to them, they'll do that. This box is your chain, because whoever knows your pattern can control you. They know when to approach, when to back off, and when to push. They have an algorithm for you, and that algorithm always yields the right result. Break the algorithm. Machiavelli wrote, "The wise prince acts as the times require, the unpredictable prince is time itself." This week, break your entire pattern. If you always respond immediately, wait a day. If you always react gently, stand firm once. If you always explain, just stay silent once. As people recalibrate, power returns to you in that moment. An unpredictable person is an uncontrollable person. Affirmation. I am never what they expect. Hide your intentions. Conceal your intentions. Don't reveal your goals. Don't share your plans. Don't tell anyone what your next move will be. This sounds paranoid, but it isn't. It's a strategy. Most people talk when they're excited. They explain when they have plans. When they decide on something, they announce it. And right at that moment, there's sabotage before they've even started. Because whoever knows your intentions can get ahead of you. They can prepare. They can put up obstacles. Or, more insidiously, they can make you give up on that intention. Baltasar Gracián wrote, "Never show your cards. Knowledge is power, but hidden knowledge is absolute power." Remember, silence isn't fear. Silence is a strategy. Speak after you've made your move, not before you've succeeded. The person who moves in silence is unstoppable. Affirmation: my moves are silent. My results speak. Emotional ground zero. What do you do when provoked? You respond, you defend yourself, you explain. Or you stay silent but you're boiling inside and it shows on your face. In either case, they've won because they've made you react. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, "If something outside disturbs you, the pain comes not from that thing, but from the value you give it, and it is always up to you to remove that value." The emotional 0 point means this: when a provocation comes, you feel something inside. That's normal. That's being human. But that feeling doesn't move you. You feel it, you observe it, and you choose. Practical application. The next time you face a provocation, do this. Notice the reaction within you. Give it a name: anger, fear, shame. Then ask, what does showing this reaction gain me? The answer is usually nothing. Then don't show it. Affirmation: I feel everything. I show only what serves me. Weaponize. Silence. Silence is not a void. Silence is pressure. Most people fear silence. They want to fill it. They explain, they talk, they say too much. And everything they say becomes a new marker on the map. You will do the opposite. When someone asks you a question, especially one meant to corner you, you don't have to answer, at least not right away. First, stop, look, stay silent. Do you know what happens in that silence? The person across from you feels compelled to fill it. They speak, they explain, they back down, or they soften their attack. Because silence is a mirror, and not everyone wants to face their own reflection. Sun Tzu wrote, "The highest form of victory is to win without fighting." Silence is exactly that: winning without fighting, exerting pressure without responding, demonstrating power without spending a word. Affirmation: my silence does the work my words never could. Step back and watch. Strategic withdrawal. Don't be there all the time. Don't join every conversation. Don't voice an opinion in every debate. Don't speak at every meeting. Don't be present in every social setting. Because the person who is always there is the person who goes unnoticed. Your presence becomes ordinary. Your opinions lose their significance. Your energy becomes cheap. But when you step back, something happens. People wonder, why is he silent? What is he thinking? Why wasn't he there? And this curiosity creates attention. Attention creates value. Value creates power. Machiavelli wrote, "The prince must make himself scarce so that when he appears, everyone pauses." This week, intentionally step back in a social setting, watch without speaking, listen without offering an opinion, and observe the shift in the room. Your absence will speak louder than your presence. Affirmation: my absence speaks louder than my presence. The unreadable identity. All these principles boil down to one thing. It's not about hiding your identity. It's about choosing your identity. Most people shape their identity based on their surroundings. They change to be accepted. They conform to be loved. They smooth out their edges to avoid rejection. And in this process, they become readable. Because they are no longer themselves, but a reflection of others' expectations. An unreadable identity means this: you know who you are. You know what you want. You know where you're going. And you don't have to prove any of this to anyone. Carl Jung wrote, "As you turn outward, you dream. As you turn inward, you awaken." The awakened person does not play a role in others' scripts. They create their own stage. They set their own light. They choose their own silence. And that silence, that deep, strategic, intentional silence, makes you untouchable. because they cannot control what they cannot read. Affirmation, I am known by my results, not my reactions. The power of the unreadable. Now I'm going to tell you the final truth. What you've learned in this video, blank slate, pattern interrupt, concealed intentions, emotional ground zero, weaponized silence, strategic withdrawal, unreadable identity. These aren't just ordinary tips. They are the architecture that the most powerful people throughout history have quietly put into practice. You'll say, so Machiavelli wrote this but didn't practice it. But you're wrong. Machiavelli wrote The Prince while in exile. He had lost everything, but he hadn't lost his mind. And that mind is still speaking 500 years later. Because an unreadable mind is an indestructible mind. The vast majority of society isn't ready to face these truths. They want to be seen. They want to be understood. They want to be validated. And every time they do, they become a little more readable. You watch this video all the way to the end, so you're already different. If you integrate what I've shared into your life, you'll become untouchable. No one can move you. No one can predict you. No one can control you. But if you want to go further, if you want to learn the truly deep layers of human psychology, the invisible mechanics of power games, and the advanced strategies of the unreadable identity, that knowledge doesn't end here. Most of society isn't ready to face these deeper truths, but some are. If you're ready too, click the subscribe button, come to the edge of the cliff, and take the leap.